Welcome to the new chapter of Power Electronics and Drives. In this chapter, we will deal with DC chopper. This term is completely new to you. You have not heard about chopper. We have read about different converter circuits. Among them, one is DC chopper. So let us first know what is chopper, why do we use chopper, and then we will study for different classifications of chopper. So these are the topics that we are going to cover today, the introduction part. Next, different types of chopper, step down, step up chopper, second quadrant chopper, type C, type D, type E, and last but not the least, commutation methods for chopper. Now, before I proceed in this video, let me tell you this particular chapter is very important in terms of your exam, because you can have a total 15 marks question plus a 5 marks question and including a 5 marks short note, right? So you can have a vast amount of questions from this particular chapter. So go through this chapter. Power electronics drives itself, it's been told that it's a tough subject, but among them chopper is one of the easiest chapter. So go through this video. Now, what is chopper? We have read about different converters. Converters does what? Converters convert one type of signal into another, right? We use rectifier to convert AC to DC. We use transformer to convert one alternating voltage to another alternating voltage and one alternating current to another alternating current. Likewise, inverter circuit converts any alternating current to direct current. But chopper is the circuit that converts one direct voltage to another direct voltage. So in short, we can tell that chopper is a DC to DC converter, right? In this figure, we can see what a DC to DC converter, it converts what? A fixed input voltage to a variable output voltage. Yes, from a fixed input DC voltage, we can get a variable output DC voltage. This is a chopper circuit. Now, symbol of chopper, you can see this is a symbol of switch. Yes, chopper circuit acts as a switching circuit. Any power electronic device acts as a switching device in the circuit. Okay. Yeah, according to this switch, in place of this switch, we can use IGBT, MOSFET, any type of transistor in place of this switch, but in the circuit, whenever we will draw this symbol, it will symbolize the chopper. Classification of chopper. According to the voltage we get in the output, whether it's a, since we are getting variable output voltage, whether it's greater than input voltage or it's less than input voltage, or according to our requirement, whether it's greater or lesser than input voltage, depending on that, chopper can be classified into three categories. Step down chopper, step up chopper, and the last one is step up or down chopper. Now, again, according to the principle, chopper can be classified like second quadrant chopper, two quadrant chopper, four quadrant chopper. This four quadrant operation is very, very, very important. You guys have read in read machine subjects, right? The application of machines, we can get the application of machines using power electronic devices, and one among those applications are four quadrant operation. When I'll go through this particular part, I'll explain. So be patient and just go through the coming slides. First is step down chopper. Why? What is step down chopper? Whenever the output, variable output voltage, it's similar to a step down transformer. Whenever the variable output voltage is lesser than the fixed input voltage, it's a step down chopper. Okay. Suppose we are having A 230 volt, like adapter. Adapter does what? Adapter converts 230 volt to a rated mobile voltage, right? Within adapter, we are having a rectifier and with that a step down chopper. Suppose we are having a 230 volt AC source and we need to get 5 volt DC. Then there we can use a rectifier circuit that will convert a 230 volt AC into 230 volt DC, and from that, after using step down chopper, we can use or we can have a 5 volt DC. So a step down chopper does what? It step down the voltage. Now you can see the circuit diagram. Here Vs is the supply voltage which is connected in series with the chopper circuit. This is the symbol of chopper, and from chopper through inductor load is being connected. We have already read about freewheeling diode, right? So a freewheeling diode is connected across the load. Now what is the principle of this circuit? How this circuit works? Whenever the switch is closed, that is the path is shorted, supply voltage flows through load and inductor. So current flows through inductor and load. Now due to the polarity of supply voltage, the freewheeling diode is in reverse bias. So no current flows through freewheeling diode. After that, when the switch gets opened, inductor's polarity gets changed. This particular property is because of the presence of its property that inductor does not allow the change of direction of current through it. Initially, the polarity was left hand side positive, right hand side negative, right? And inductor was storing energy of half Li square. Now, when the switch gets opened, no current flows from supply to load, but due to this stored energy half Li square, an amount inductor changes its polarity, and due to the changing in polarity, the freewheeling diode becomes forward bias and the current freewheels through diode and load. This is the principle of step down chopper. Now in this particular slide, you can see the calculation part that through which we can prove that the input voltage is higher than the output voltage. That is the principle of step down chopper. So this is the equation of step down chopper, where the output voltage is equals to D into Vs. Now what is D? D is duty cycle. What is duty cycle? Duty cycle is the ratio of on time divided by off time, total time period. Duty cycle, it is the ratio between on time divided by total time period, where the total time period is the time summation of on time and off time. Okay, now very easily we can say that duty cycle is always less than 1. So from this equation we can say that output voltage will be always lesser than the input voltage, and that is the principle of step down chopper. You must go through these equations, and if you find any difficulties, these are very simple equations, a basic equation of KVL, and if you find any difficulties, just mention that in the comment section and I will solve that. Next, step up chopper. As the name implies, you can understand that step up chopper, it increases the output voltage from the input voltage. Suppose we are having a 5 volt DC source and we need 20 volt DC supply. So what can we do? We can use a step up chopper. This is the circuit for step up chopper. In step up chopper, the chopper is connected in parallel with the supply and load. Inductor is placed between chopper and supply, and diode is placed over here. Now initially what happens when this circuit is, when the switch is closed, so current flows through inductor and a short path is obtained here, so current passes over there, right? No current flows through the load. But when this switch gets opened, first thing, inductor will change its polarity. So what happens? This will become positive, this will becomes negative. Left hand side becomes negative and right hand side becomes positive. Initially, what was the polarity of inductor? Left hand side was positive and right hand side was negative. Due to that, this diode was reverse biased and no current flows through diode. But now the inductor changes its polarity and this diode becomes forward bias, and in the input voltage and the stored energy of inductor, but due to both, the current flows through load. Now, easily from this working principle, we can say that initially there was no current flowing through the load. We was not able to obtain any voltage across load. But when the chopper circuit is opened, we can have the voltage, source voltage, as well as the voltage stored in inductor, that both are added up and that we can have in the load. So the load voltage becomes higher than the input voltage. Now, as I was telling about duty cycle, let me explain here. Here, this is the on time when we are getting the load voltage, and this is the off time when we are not obtaining any output voltage. So this is on time, and this total is the time, total time period, on plus off time. So duty cycle is defined as this on time divided by this total time period. This is again the calculation part of step up chopper. Go through this part. It's a very easy one. And if you find any difficulties, please mention over there in the comment section. I will definitely explain that. Now, from this solution, the average output voltage of a chopper can be written as source voltage divided by 1 minus D. Now, D is lesser than 1, so 1 minus D will be a lesser quantity than 1, and we can certainly say that output voltage will be higher than the input voltage. That is the principle of step-up chopper. Now, both in case of step-down chopper and step-up chopper, you can see that a variable output voltage can be obtained. And this variable voltage, this voltage can be made variable using by varying the time period, by varying the on time, by varying the off time or the total time period. So this way we can have a certain variable voltage from a fixed input voltage. Now this is the second part, type B chopper or second quadrant chopper. The chopper we have read so far, these are the first quadrant chopper, right? First quadrant chopper means, what is quadrant? By quadrant, what do we mean? See here, you are having a graph, right? Where the x-axis is representing current and obviously output current, and the y-axis is representing output voltage. So in first quadrant, it's positive current, positive voltage. In second quadrant, it's negative current, positive voltage. In third quadrant, it's negative current, negative voltage. And in fourth quadrant, it's positive current, negative voltage, right? So second quadrant chopper means we are having a circuit arrangement such that the load current becomes negative, but the load voltage is positive. So this arrangement is called type B chopper or second quadrant chopper. Now in your question, it may come like explain type B chopper, or they can ask like what do you mean by second quadrant chopper. In both the cases, the answer will be same. So in type B chopper, this is the arrangement where chopper circuit is connected with load and source in parallel with load and source. A diode is connected over here, and from the circuit itself, we can easily say that no current will flow in the positive direction. That is, current will only flow through from load to source. That is why it is a second quadrant operation. Okay. But here one new thing we are having, that is a load EMF. We must have a load EMF connected in the load, which is here mentioned by E. Now when the chopper is on, V0 is obtained due to the load voltage E, and current flows through the inductor and chopper only through this part. But due to this load EMF, since the chopper is a shorted path, no current flows through source, and because of the polarity of inductor, the diode D2 is reverse biased, and so no current flows through the diode. Now when the chopper is turned off, the inductor changes its polarity, and the load voltage and load current both flows from source, load to source. No matter the chopper is on or off, the current I0 will be flowing out of the load and is treated negative. Since V0 is positive and current is negative, the direction of power flow will be from load to source. Here load voltage is E plus L di dt will be more than the source voltage. So type B chopper is also known as step up chopper, right? So type A chopper is similar to a step down chopper, and type B chopper is similar to step up chopper. Next, it's type C or two quadrant chopper. Here let me tell you one thing first. The number of quadrant that the chopper is going to operate will decide the number of switches and diodes we are going to use. When it was a single quadrant operation, whether it's first quadrant or second quadrant, it was a single quadrant operation, and that's why we are having only one chopper, that is only one switch and one diode. But when it comes to two quadrant chopper operation, it will have two diodes and two switches. Now this is the circuit arrangement of type C chopper. In type C chopper, type A and type B choppers are connected in parallel. See, you can see here chopper 1, freewheeling diode, inductor, load EMF. This is type A chopper or step down chopper. Similarly, chopper 2, diode D2, inductor, load EMF. This is type B chopper or step up chopper. So whenever we are connecting one step up and one step down chopper in parallel, that is type C chopper. A type C chopper is obtained by connecting type A and type B chopper in parallel. We will always get a positive output voltage V0 as the freewheeling diode is present across the load. When the chopper is on, the freewheeling diode starts conducting, and the output voltage V0 will be equal to Vs. Is the similar operation of type A chopper. The direction of the load current will be reversed. The current I0 will be flowing towards the source, and it will be positive regardless the chopper is on or the freewheeling diode conducts. The load current will be negative if the chopper is or the diode D2 conducts. We can say the chopper and the freewheeling diode operate together as type A chopper in first quadrant, and in second quadrant the chopper and D2 will operate together as type B chopper. So from type C chopper we can have both first and second quadrant operation. Now let me tell you what is the application of this type of operation, where we can equate or where we can analyze the application of power electronics in electrical engineering field. See, you have studied about machine, you have studied about DC motor, you have studied about braking of DC motor, right? Now, when it's operating as first quadrant operation, type A, where voltage and current both are positive, that means DC power is positive. When DC power is positive, that means torque will be positive, produced torque, and when the produced torque is positive, that means it symbolizes motoring operation. Now come to the second part. second quadrant operation. Here current is negative and voltage is positive. That means DC power is negative and negative power produces negative torque, which means this second quadrant operation symbolizes braking operation. We know to produce negative torque, we need to flow a negative or reverse armature current through motor, and that the same thing is happening over here, that a reverse current is being generated, and that is why the second quadrant operation is denoted as braking operation. So this two quadrant chopper can be used where both motoring and braking operations are required. This is another type, type D chopper or two quadrant type chopper. Here the circuit arrangement is like two choppers are connected in two different lanes and two diodes are connected in two different lanes, right? In this circuit diagram, two choppers are on. When two choppers are on, the voltage V0 will be equal to Vs, and when the two choppers will be off, then V0 will be minus Vs, but both the diodes will start conducting. V0 is the average output voltage. It will be positive when the choppers turn on. The time T on will be more than the turn off time. Now here again we are having a two quadrant operation. Then how it's different from type C chopper? Because in type C chopper we were also getting a two quadrant operation. See, in fourth quadrant, we are having positive current but negative voltage. Again, this is a negative power generation. Again, there is a negative torque, and again, this is representing a braking. Then how this fourth quadrant operation is different from the second quadrant operation? If you can remember, you have studied about two different types of braking. Actually three, but if I keep apart the rheostat braking, the two different types of braking are regenerative and plugging. In regenerative braking, the main principle was to flow a reverse armature current. But in plugging, the main principle was somehow just interchange the supply voltage. So in one type of braking, current is negative. In another type of braking, voltage is negative. And the similar way, this type C and type D chopper operates. Where regenerative braking can be applied, we can use type C chopper. Where plugging can be applied, we can use type D chopper. And this whole combination of single quadrant operation, second quadrant operation can be incorporated in fourth quadrant operation. Now, first thing you must have to remember, since it's a fourth quadrant operation, you must have four switches, that is four chopper switch along with four diodes connected in anti-parallel with the chopper. Here, let me tell you one thing. Whenever the chopper and diode are connected in this manner, that is the current flow through chopper will be in one direction and through diode it will be in another direction, then that particular connection will be known as anti-parallel connection. Okay, so first we are having first quadrant operation. In first quadrant operation, the condition is the chopper 4 must remain on. Chopper 3 and chopper 2 will be off. Here you must remember that the numbering done in the circuit symbolizes the operation they perform in the quadrant number, right? If we are talking about third quadrant operation, then we are considering the operation of chopper 3. What will be the circuit condition when that particular chopper will kept on or that particular chopper will kept off? Similarly, if it's second quadrant, it will be considering chopper 2. In a similar way, if it's a first quadrant operation, we will consider the operation of chopper 1. Now, the condition for performing first quadrant operation is we need to keep chopper 4 turned on. So during the first operation, the chopper 4 will be on, chopper 3 will be off, and chopper 1 will be operated. As the chopper 1 and chopper 4 is on, the load voltage V0 will be equal to the source voltage Vs, and load current I0 will begin to flow. V0 and I0 will be positive as the first quadrant operation is taking place. As soon as the chopper 1 is turned off, the positive current prevails through chopper 4 and the diode D2. The type E chopper acts as a step down chopper in the first quadrant operation. Second quadrant. Now second quadrant means we are studying about the operation of chopper 2. Here all other 3 choppers are kept off. As chopper 2 is on, negative current will start flow through the inductor L. Chopper 2, E and diode 4. Energy is stored in the inductor as the chopper 2 is on. When chopper 2 is off, the current will be fed back to the source through the diodes D1 and D4. Here, E plus L di dt will be more than the source voltage. In second quadrant, the chopper will act as step up chopper as the power is fed back from load to source. Third and fourth quadrant. Now, before we go for third and fourth quadrant, the first condition is we must change the polarity of load EMF. So, the polarity of E gets changed from first and second quadrant operation. So, in third quadrant operation, it's similar to first quadrant. So, chopper 1 will be kept off, chopper 2 will be on, and chopper 3 is operated. For this quadrant, working the polarity of the load should be reversed. As the chopper 3 is on, the load gets connected to the source and output voltage and output current will be negative. And the third quadrant operation will take place. This chopper acts as a step down chopper. The last one, fourth quadrant operation. Here chopper 4 will be operated and all other chopper will be kept off. When the chopper 4 is turned on, positive current starts to flow through chopper 4, diode 2, E and inductor will store energy. As the chopper 4 is turned off, the current is fed back to the source through the diode 2 and 3. The operation will be in fourth quadrant as the load voltage is negative, but the load current is positive. The chopper acts as a step up chopper as the power is fed back from load to source. So these are the different types of chopper that you have to study in this chapter. Among them, you have to remember the basics of step up and step down chopper. You have to remember the concept of quadrant operation. You have to remember the concept of one quadrant, that is single quadrant, two quadrant and four quadrant operation. Now the application of these quadrant operations are the application incorporated with the motors. We can use this chopper circuit to control the motoring and braking operation of DC motor. Now since we are studying power electronics devices, so there must be a turn on and turn off process. There must be a control on turn on and turn off process, and similar way this turn off process is known as commutation. So commutation methods for chopper, it can be natural commutation or forced commutation. Natural commutation means just somehow reversing the current or reversing the polarity of voltage and the chopper stops working. That is natural commutation. By natural process, by line commutation, we can turn off the chopper. But the forced commutation, this can be again classified into some types. So class A, class B, class C, class D, E and F. These are the some classification of forced commutation. What is class A? It's self-commutated by a resonating load. In forced commutation, we are applying external circuits with the chopper that helps in turning off the chopper circuit. Class B is self-commutated by an LC circuit. Class C, an LC switched by another load carrying SCR. Class D, it's a LC or C switch by an auxiliary SCR. Class E, an external parts source for commutation, and class F is AC line commutation. So these are the commutation methods for chopper. Now from this total chapter, you will have a question of 15 marks. Definitely we will be having a question of 15 marks, a question of 5 marks, and a question in short mode. So go through this chapter thoroughly, and if you find any difficulties, definitely share that in the comment section. If you find any difficulties in the calculation part of step up and step down chopper, definitely mention that in the comment section and I will definitely solve that. So thank you very much for seeing this video.